Hi. Get ready with blah, blah. Get ready with me while we talk about what's been going on over here in the Cassie Makes Art world. What are we getting ready for? Nothing. I am working from home today. I have a lot to get finished, and I've noticed something. I've noticed that if I actually even if it's just concealer and I just put on a little concealer and wear real pants, some days it's like I feel like, all right, I'm ready to be more productive. I'm excited because I'm off tomorrow and I am going to see Idola again. It's been 2 years and I am I've been so excited for this tour since it was announced, and it's 2 nights in a row in Philly, and they are playing their albums Eviscerate and Mend from start to finish. So Eviscerate is night 1 tomorrow night, and then Mend is the second night. And I am so excited. Yeah, I haven't been to a concert in a little bit. And I have been going through quite a lot over here personally, and I really need that. I really need to do something fun and something therapeutic. And I'm so excited I'm so excited. There's one part of a song that just goes, "I'm so fucking tired." And I can't wait to sing that. Or say that. It's really just said, it's not really sung. Well, a little bit. So fucking tired. There's a little bit. Anyway, because I am very tired. Are you guys tired? I don't mean physically tired. Physically, I'm fine. I got enough sleep. I'm fine. It's not that. Emotionally, spiritually tired. How y'all doing? Because things have been a little rough. Just the world and current events. Really, really hard to stay positive and stay happy. And then, stuff going on in my personal life, family stuff, work stuff, trying to run a small business, trying to keep myself alive, which is why my podcast used to be called that when I was doing that. And I am actually using that name for a new project, Keep Myself Alive. I'm using it for a new project. Stay tuned. I'm very excited about it. Join my Patreon if you want to know what I'm talking about. And yeah, I know my skin looks like crap. I have not moisturized. I just am trying to cover up some of this redness. I do have a meeting this afternoon, so I preferred not have just full on rosacea redness on this call. And yeah, I've been trying to take things one day at a time, but it's been really difficult. I am just chronically worried about everything. I wish I could stop worrying so much, and I know that things are going to be okay. I know things are going to work out eventually. The things that I'm most concerned about are health things with loved ones. That kind of stuff is that's the most important. And I don't know that is going to be okay and work out. Because I've got no control over that. But I'm trying to stay positive and not go to the worst place in my mind. And I'm trying to focus on the good things that are happening, because there are good things happening. It's not all bad over here. Business-wise, things are better than ever, to be honest with you. they're still not where I need them to be in order for this to be my full-time job, but they're better than ever. I'm getting more consistent sales. I am growing my Patreon. So again, shout out if you are interested in supporting me. It means the world. I have a tier as low as $1. Every dollar helps. And then I have higher tiers where you get more benefits and you get shop discounts, and there's exclusive videos and stuff that all tiers get. And, you know, announcements and things. I'll go to Patreon first. So yeah, I am trying. And I think the hardest part of this is not giving up. Not giving up is a lot harder than it sounds. You know, people always say never give up. You know, never give up. But truthfully, that's like the hardest thing. And when you are struggling with, you know, stuff in your personal life, health stuff, work, and then, you know, on top of that, current, you know, world events, and you're essentially, like, I'm essentially working 2 full-time jobs. I mean, I get burnout, and, it's really hard to stay motivated, and then I doubt myself a lot. I've been doubting myself a lot lately. I don't know why. Just struggling with, like, just self-doubt and, like, my skills and, like, am I capable, and, like, just all this kind of stuff. So I need some mascara. That's what makes me feel the prettiest, which is weird, but the mascara is in my bag in another room, and I'll go get it in a minute. But yeah, I have been working on a lot of stuff, and I have a new project again that I'm launching soon. I have talked about it on Patreon before. I'm doing a video to further explain it. That's going to be up later today, so go check that out if you're interested. I have lots of stuff in my shop still. I am working on, just over here out of frame is a big bag of blank t-shirts. I am working on a pre-order that I did. I'm working on the actual production of the shirts. So I've got 2 more weeks to get those done. It's like 32, I think 32 or 33 shirts. I'm really excited about making them and getting those out. And I have had a little bit of a scare with Etsy. I'm pretty much already, like, mentally saying goodbye to my Etsy store. I got a copyright strike or whatever, and if I get one more, my shop gets nuked. And it doesn't matter if you believe that your stuff is fair use. It doesn't matter if there are a bunch of things on there that are blatant copyright infringement stuff, and then your stuff is actually, like, you know, drawn by you, and, you know, but it references an IP that you don't hold. And I know, I don't want to hear it. I know. Sorry, my hand sanitizer is, like, empty. I gotta go get the other one and refill this one in here. I am aware that I've been walking a thin line with some IP things. All right, we're just gonna say that. I'm just gonna, you know, you guys know. But Etsy is, Etsy makes it really hard to, or really easy for the copyright holders and for the man to take down your listings and to nuke your shop. And Etsy never sides with the seller. I have seen it where people are literally like, there is not even a tinge of this being some sort of copyright infringed whatever, and it was reported by some AI bot and it's not correct, and the shop is just gone, and Etsy's like, yeah, we can't do anything. So I've already, like, mentally you know, kind of said RIP to my Etsy store, and I knew that this day would come because I've seen it happened to other people online. I knew this day would come eventually. So I'm not surprised at all, but it is disheartening because I've been on Etsy the longest and I've put thousands and thousands of hours of work into it. And I have, let's go see right now. And every time I go to open it, I'm scared that it's going to be deleted. It happened to someone I know the other day. Like, just their shop is just gone, completely gone. I have 2,110 sales. I have 737 reviews. I have 14 open orders right now. I mean, I've really been working hard on this for a long time, and it's gonna be sad when it's gone, and it sucks. But I've been preparing for this. It's the reason I opened my own website 3 years ago. I have my own CassieMakesArt.com. You can purchase there. The problem is international shipping. I can't do that outside of Etsy for reasons that are really boring. And if you're interested in knowing why, leave a comment. Like if you're a small business owner and you're wondering. But it is, Etsy is the only platform where it's easy for me to sell internationally. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge to do international shipping through my own website, which is hosted by Big Cartel. But we'll get it figured out. We'll get it figured out, and we're just going to pivot. And I believe in my art, and I know I have moments of self-doubt where I'm like, I don't know, maybe this isn't even worth it. But I believe in my art, and I love my art, and I think the hardest part, I think the reason that a lot of people don't succeed ever is just because they give up and they don't keep trying. And I understand how easy it is to get disheartened by this stuff and to just be like, you know what? I don't have the time or energy for this. Fuck this. I'm done. I get it. I really do. But I think if you have a passion for something, you have to see it through. Like, you owe it to yourself. You got to see, it's like that real audio and TikTok audio that's like, you know, you owe it to yourself to see what happens when all your hard work pays off. And I've already seen things happen where my hard work has paid off, and I'm hoping that those things continue to happen, and I'm growing my audience, and, you know, more people discovering me and saying that they love my art and they love the stuff that I make and they love my videos, and they are asking me for more videos. They're asking me for advice on selling, and, you know, I've got all these videos I want to make here on YouTube and just put out free content and tell you guys, like, here's how I got started. Here's what I've done. And just be like totally transparent and honest. Like, no, I am not doing this full time. No, I don't make enough money for this to cover my expenses yet. But I have had some success, and I am continuing to have success and to make sales and to grow my Patreon. So I just want to share, even though a lot of times I feel like I'm not doing well enough, and like, who am I to tell other people how to do things, because like I'm still working a day job and I'm not making enough money yet. But I have had some success, and it is, you know, what everybody wants from this is different too. Like, not everybody wants to do this full time. Some people are just like, I just want to make a couple extra $100 a month. And like, I am doing that. I am making a couple extra $100 a month. So that is, you know, I want to share what I've learned and share, you know, share content with you guys and just tell you, like, hey, here's my experience. I'm not telling you that things are going to be the same for you, because everybody's journey is different, and nobody is going to have the exact same experience, whether it's like selling on a platform or selling in person. Or some people, you know, work really hard on, you know, an Etsy shop for 3 or 4 years and they make hardly any sales. Some people work really hard and they make thousands of sales and they're able to like make that their full-time career. Everybody has a different path, a different timeline, and a different journey. And I'm really, really trying my best to enjoy the journey more, you know, and to stop worrying so much and stop thinking about, God, just when I get to this point, like when I get there, like I need to celebrate the small wins more. I need to celebrate how far I've come. on this thing that I never could have imagined. Like, I need to celebrate those things and stop putting so much pressure on myself to like, well, you're not allowed to celebrate until you get further along. And it's like, no, I have a lot to celebrate. In this shithole economy where people barely have enough money for their groceries, I am still making consistent sales. That is huge. That is huge. Even if I was making zero profit, that is huge that people are choosing to spend their money with me. And that's what I always say, that like, I will never take for granted that people are choosing to spend their hard-earned money on something that I made because they love it and it brings some kind of joy and value to their life. That means the world to me. And when you purchase from a small business or, you know, an independent artist like myself, you're not just, yes, financially, obviously your money helps us, you know, keep the lights on and continue to run the business, but it is by you making a purchase, even if to you it's just like, well, I just bought a sticker, it's not that big of a deal. To me and to other artists, it's, no, you are also saying that this is also a way for you to say that you believe in me. Like, you're saying, I believe in you and what you're doing. And like, we interpret that as like, this is confirmation that I do have something here. There is something to this. I shouldn't give up on this, because there are people out there who are excited about my new my shop updates and excited to see what I'm working on, and who are, you know, waiting and excited to see what my sticker of the month is going to be. You know, like, I'm bringing some sort of value to people's lives, and like that's more than I ever could have asked for. So, yeah, so that's kind of what's going on with me. I hope you guys are doing okay. I don't really have any advice as far as how to deal with, processing current events and figuring out how to cope. But something I've been doing is consuming less news, and I know, you know, some people are just going to say you're just burying your head in the sand or whatever. No, trust me, I'm very aware. I'm very, very aware of everything that has been happening. And I think that we need to take care of ourselves first and foremost. If you are not taking care of yourself and you're not like surviving, you're not like, that is everything. You know, you can't just like, oh, I'm just gonna, you know, consume the news all the time and be super depressed and be in my head all the time about, oh my God, all these horrible things happen in the world. That's not helping anybody. You're not helping anybody who is being harmed. You're not helping yourself. You're not helping your family, your friends, your colleagues, your people in your life, when you are just constantly consuming the news and stressed out. Like, you have to take care of yourself. And the internet is still a relatively new thing. And prior to this, like throughout most of human history, you never knew what the hell was going on the other side of the world. And now we know everything, and it's on, not only is it on the computer, it's on your phone, it's everywhere, and you can't escape it. And you feel like some responsibility to be, you know, hyper aware of everything that's happening all the time. And just know, like, we are not built to do that. Our brains are not built to handle all of this information. Even just what I am doing right now, talking to this phone, and then you're going to like leave a comment and give feedback to me. Like, even our brains haven't adapted to that. Like, getting all this feedback from strangers that all over the world that you never would have met, you know, if not for the internet. Our brains definitely don't know how to process and how to deal with, like, okay, I know about all the wars and I know about all of the horrific war crimes and atrocities happening, and not just in the world, all over the country. And our brains can't handle it. And I think it is important to know what is going on around you, and it's important to be aware of the truth and have unbiased facts and all that stuff. But at the same time, you got to take care of yourself, and you know your limit, you know your capacity. And if you can't handle if you can't handle the truth, if you can't handle consuming the news and knowing what is going on, then just tap out. Just tap out. You have to take care of yourself. And I know there's people who say, well, you're just privileged, and you need to, how privileged it is to just be able to ignore. I'm not ignoring. I am well aware. I am choosing to remain optimistic and hopeful, because what they want is for us to be depressed and for us to just say, I give up, and just constantly doom scroll and feel like super, helpless and all. That's what they want. By you choosing to, no, I'm going to still create art. I'm going to help people in my community, and I'm going to try to be as good of a person as I can, and I'm going to help my neighbor, and I'm going to, treat everybody with respect and be nice to people and do random acts of kindness. And I'm going to vote in alignment with my values like I always have. And I'm going to stand up for what's right. That's what you have to do. There's a difference between that and like choosing like, all right, I'm not going to sit here and just be depressed and let these people make me think that the entire world is bad and that everybody is bad. There's a difference between that and just being like, I don't pay attention to politics. I don't know what the hell's going on. Those are two different things. And I think that your actions in your real life, not just on the internet, your actions in real life and how you treat people in your day-to-day life speaks volumes. And that's what actually matters. Not, yes, what you post online, that can help. It can help share messages and stuff. But a lot of times people are just sharing things that they don't even believe in, and it's really just performative. So just try to be a good person, and don't worry about being constantly online. Just get off the phone. Get off the phone, get off the computer, and go live your life, and remember that that it's not all bad, and that there are really, really, really good people in this world. And I believe that people are inherently good. I think that there are so many more of us who are good than those who are bad and just evil and horrific. But those people are the ones who tend to get in positions of power and tend to have the loudest voices. But meanwhile, like, the silent majority is just the regular people who are just living their lives and trying to, raise children and be with their families and work. They're doing work and helping people and creating things and just surviving. A lot of people are just out here just surviving. So take care of yourself, and don't let people make you feel like you're not doing enough if you if you have to log off to protect your mental health. This internet thing, it's not natural. None of this is natural, and you shouldn't be expected to be constantly online and constantly aware of everything. It's not natural. And try to find little pockets of joy in your life and spend time with your loved ones, and listen to music that you like, and watch movies that you love, and just keep creating things. Make art, take photographs, write, make videos, start a podcast if you're like, yeah, I really kind of want to do that, but I never, just do it. Just do it. There's nothing stopping you. So that's how I feel. That's my message for today. Don't give up. And hang in there. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me yap. And I will be back soon with another video. If there's something you want to hear me talk about, whether it is business related, just general life anything. Just let me know in the comments. Please subscribe if you have not already. Give this video a thumbs up. It helps it big time in the algorithm. And yeah, that's about it. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.